Hello guys, in today's video we are going to discuss the border dispute between India and China. For the past 2 months from the May, this border dispute between India and China is burning like anything, and after many decades since the 1962 India-China war, there has been a killings in the line of actual control. So this has escalated the problem like anything, and both the governments are trying to de-escalate the problem in diplomatic chain. Let us understand what is actually happening in the ground, why this border dispute, what is actually happening in the Pongsong Lake and Galwan Valley. So we have to understand the ground realities why China is claiming those territories. So what is the strategic advantage for China in the Pangso Lake, and what is the strategic advantage for China by claiming the entire Galwan Valley? So this is the topic which we are going to discuss for today's video. And today, so we will also understand these two concepts. There is two concepts with respect to this border dispute. One is the five fingers of Tibetan palm and eight finger points of Pangong So Lake. So let us understand that what is those five fingers and eight fingers. These are two different concepts, but students are getting confused between these two concepts. Let us get clarified between the five fingers of Tibet and eight fingers of Pangong So Lake. So in this map, the areas where the actual border dispute took place is being shown. So from May onwards, there was a severe face-off between the People's Liberation Army of China and Indian Army in these four regions. That is in Nakula Pass here in the northern part of the Sikkim, then in the Demchok region and Pangong So Lake of Jammu and Kashmir, and then in the Galwan Valley. So these are all the four spots where there was a severe face-off. This map also depicts the actual border between the India and China. So the border starts here from the Ladakh region. So this region is entire region of the Ladakh is called as western sector till here. But this is the actual line which is being claimed. The map which we see is the India's official map which we claim. But China has occupied this region, and this region is called as line of actual control. China has occupied this region after 1962 Indo-China war, and from that time onwards this orange region is under the control of the Chinese administration. This is a line of actual control. So the western sector consists of India-China international border, then we are having line of actual control, and then again the India-China border. So this is how the western sector is designed. Presently, India claims this entire Aksai Chin region, but China is having the administration of Aksai Chin region, and this is the border area, and in this border area only now we are having this severe face-off. So the next sector is middle sector. This middle sector is shared by Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand here. So this is the middle sector. In middle sector we are not having that much border dispute. And this is the eastern sector. In eastern sector it is divided into two. One is in Sikkim and another is Arunachal Pradesh. In the Sikkim region the dispute is going in the Nakula region, and this entire Arunachal Pradesh. So here in the Sikkim area only Nakula is being claimed by China, but here with respect to Arunachal Pradesh the entire state is being claimed by China as theirs. They consider it as southern Tibet. So they consider this region as southern Tibet, and they are claiming this entire region. So this is how the border dispute is there. So we are having this border dispute where Aksai Chin and Arunachal Pradesh. Here Arunachal Pradesh is claimed by China, but it is administered by India, and Aksai Chin is claimed by India, but it is administered by China. So this is the actual prevailing border situation. So now let us first understand the five fingers concept of Tibet. Then we'll go to the present issue. First let us understand the five finger concept. Mao Zedong. So Mao Zedong became the head of the Chinese government in 1948. Once he came to the power, he had this unofficial policy of five fingers of Tibetan palm. So it is an unofficial policy. It is not an official Chinese government policy, which states that this Tibetan region is the palm. Okay, this is the palm, and this palm has five fingers like our hand. So first finger is the thumb finger goes to this Aksai Chin region. So this is the first finger. Second finger is in Nepal. So this Nepal is considered to be the second finger. Third finger is Sikkim. Fourth finger is Bhutan, and fifth finger is Arunachal Pradesh. So this is the Mao Zedong's policy of five fingers. And he says that Tibet is the palm region, and these are all the five finger extensions. So what Mao Zedong was telling was China should liberate all these five regions, and all this entire five regions should act as tributary states of China. So he was telling this word called tributary states. What he is telling is, he is not telling that it should come under the Chinese control. What he is telling is that this all five regions should be the tributary states. Tributary states means it is a buffer between the India and China. So this is what the China's Mao Zedong's five fingers policy was. So if you could see the entire history, China and India's border dispute is based on this conflict only. Like for example, here Arunachal Pradesh after 1947, Arunachal Pradesh was under India's control, and the Ladakh also was under India's control. So both this region came under India's control, and Nepal, Sikkim and Bhutan were still not under India's control. But the ruler of the Sikkim gave the external relations and defense to Indian government. Okay, and Nepal and Bhutan became independent. But what Indian government did? Indian government signed the friendship treaty with Nepal and friendship treaty with Bhutan, and it retained those two territory also with respect to India. And Sikkim government, like we already discussed, he gave the foreign relations and defense to Indian government. So it was protectorate state of India. So only in 1975 Sikkim was annexed to India. 1975 Sikkim came under the entire Indian control. So now India and Nepal had friendship treaty, and India and Bhutan had friendship treaty. Along with these two, we are having Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim and Ladakh as Indian control. So this entire 5 fingers were under Indian control, but the ambition of Mao Zedong was that they should liberate all these 5 regions and make it independent, and it should be attached to China than to India. So this was their motive, and this motive was evident in the 2015 in 2015 when there was this economic blockade between this Nepal and India. That when that dispute was going, what happened? China came and they helped Nepal, and they started to pull Nepal towards themselves. So from 2015 onwards, when the new constitution of Nepal came, Nepal went towards the China. So now presently Nepal is under the heavy influence of China, and politically also Nepal is dominated by the communist ideology. Since ideologically also both the nations are aligning, now this Nepal is under the influence of China. So that is the present situation, and you would have remembered this border Kalapani dispute between India and Nepal that also erupted in the similar time only. So the timing gives further suspicion. Okay. And then in 2017 there was this Doklam standoff where China came and occupied a region called Doklam, and Indian army went and supported it. So that was the reason for the Doklam standoff. And in Arunachal Pradesh, this entire 1962 war took place in Arunachal Pradesh only. And the present dispute, present conflict which is going on in 2020, it is going on in the Ladakh region and in the Nakula region of Sikkim. So if you could see, entire border skirmishes and took in this with respect to all these 5 fingers only. So that is this 5 fingers of Tibet. The 5 fingers are this Aksai Chin region, not the entire Ladakh. China doesn't claim this entire Ladakh, they just claim this Aksai Chin region. So Aksai Chin is one finger, Nepal is the second one, Sikkim is the third, Bhutan is the fourth, and Arunachal is the fifth. So this is the 5 finger policy of Tibet. Okay. So the next area of dispute is the Pongong So Lake. Let us understand this Pongong So Lake area dispute. So this is actually the Pongong So Lake. This Pongong So Lake is located in the border of India and China, and if you could see here, it is being distributed between India and China. 1/3 of the lake is located in India and 2/3 is in China. And if you see here, this is the actual border claimed by India. This grey line here demarcates the border claimed by India, but we know that we are having the line of actual control. So line of actual control goes like this. It comes like this here, and it goes like this. This is the line of actual control. So this entire region after 1962 war, this entire region is being occupied by China. And in Pongong So Lake also, India claims here, but China has occupied this entire region. So it is under the control of China. So here only we are having the one of the face-offs. That face-off took place exactly in this particular region of Pongong So Lake. Let us understand in detail. So here only we are having those 8 finger points of Pongong So Lake. Let us see in the satellite map. So this is a satellite image of the same Pongong So Lake. If you could see, this is the Karakoram mountain. We are having Karakoram mountain ranges here. To the north of the Karakoram mountains, we are having Pongong So Lake. To the north of the Pongong So Lake, we are having this region. This region consists of a set of ridges. If you could see, this is if this is the mountain, this is the slope of the mountain, this is the slope of the mountain, and this is the ridge. So if you could see here, this is the ridge. This is the ridge, and we are having slopes in the 2 sides. So this is how a mountain is. This is the ridge and this is the 2 slopes. So similarly, there are many ridges here located along the north of this Pongong So Lake, and these ridges are appearing like fingers. So that's why these are all called as finger points. So this is the finger number 1. This is finger number 1. This is finger number 2. This is finger number 3. This is finger number 4. This is finger number 5. This is 6. This is 7. And finally we are having 8. So these are all the 8 fingers of Pongong So Lake. This is only called as 8 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So in these 8 fingers, India claims that all the 8 fingers belongs to India. So this is the actual border line which is claimed by India. But China claims a different line. Like just now we saw that line of actual control is different. Line of actual control comes like this. It comes like this and it goes towards through this 4th finger. So line of actual control goes through this 4th finger, and this is the actual claim of China. This blue line here which passes through the Chushul region. So this is the Chushul Valley. So China's claim is in this blue line and India's claim is this red line. So China claims that finger 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 belongs to it, and India claims that all the 8 fingers belongs to it. So this is the actual dispute. In the May month, what happened? This dispute started when China started to heavily construct the border checkposts here near the finger 4. In the finger 4 region, they constructed the border checkpost, and Indian army went and objected this construction because it is a disputed territory. You should not do any constructions here, and this face-off led to the fist fight. And these are all the 8 finger points of Pangong So. So now you have to clearly understand. Okay, what you have to understand? 5 fingers of Tibet is a different concept, which is a policy given by Mao Zedong unofficially. And 8 finger points is actually a geographical territory. It is a set of 8 ridges located north through the Pangong Lake. Okay, 5 and 8. You should know the differences. You should not get confused because they can confuse you in the preliminary. Okay, 5 fingers and 8 fingers. They can say that 8 fingers is related to the policy given by Mao Zedong. So likewise they can confuse. So that's why I am explaining the difference between these 2 regions. So now let us understand the next thing. Why China wants to control this 5 fingers starting from 4 to 8. Why they want to control this region? What is the importance of Chushul Valley? China wants to take control of this Chushul Valley. So why China wants to take control of this Chushul Valley? Let us understand. So again we came back to the normal map. Let us understand one. So this is the Karakoram ranges. So this is the Karakoram ranges. If you could see here, whenever there is a very huge mountain, you cannot construct road directly. You can use only the passes. Like if you could see, this Karakoram mountain range height is 6,000 meter. It is almost 3 times the height of Western Ghats. The maximum point in Western Ghats is just 2,000 meters, roughly 2,600 meters. It is thrice larger than the Western Ghats. So imagine how difficult to construct road there. So you can construct road only in the passes. Like the mountain will be going like this, and there will be a break. So this break is used as passes to construct the roads. So likewise there is a pass called Rezangla, R-E-Z-A-N-G, Rezangla. So Rezangla Pass, again they can ask a question in map. Rezangla Pass is located in the Karakoram mountains. It is connecting the Ladakh to Pangong Lake region. Okay, the main Ladakh region to Pangong Lake region. So you have to understand this. They can ask in the map or any statement. So this is the Rezangla, and this Rezangla is located here. So this is the entire Karakoram mountain stretch. In this entire Karakoram mountain stretch, there is a gap here. So in this gap only we have constructed a road. If you could see closely, this is a road going. This road is coming here and it is taking a U-turn. So if you want to go to Chushul region, what you have to do from Leh? So Leh is actually located here. It is not there in the map, you know. So from the road will come from Leh like this, and this road will go like this. If you want to go to Chushul from Leh, you have to go to and you have to take a U-turn through the Rezangla and then only go to Chushul. So this is a very huge mountain. So now what China is claiming, so let us see the China's claim now. So the border which is claimed by China comes like this. It goes through the 4th finger and passes through the Chushul Valley. This China's border claim cuts off this road. Okay. Now what happens? You are having Karakoram mountain here. If China controls this entire region, India cannot reach Chushul. If India is not reaching Chushul, India cannot reach the Pangong Lake region. So if India is not reaching the Pangong Lake region, what will happen? The transport will be cut off and India cannot have the tactical advantage of height. Now let us see. China has occupied this 4th finger here. China, if it is occupying the Chushul region here and taking this hill control, they will be having the advantage of height. Generally we know in the geopolitics, if a nation is holding the higher place, then it is having some tactical advantage. So this is the Karakoram mountain. If China is occupying here and setting up a post here, Indian army can never cross it. So this is Pangong Lake, and this is Ladakh, and this is Karakoram. You are having Pangong Lake here, Ladakh here. This is a side view of this region. So what you are doing, we were crossing this Rezangla Pass and going to Pangong Lake here. If China captures this Karakoram hills here, what will happen? They can set up their post there and they can never allow India to go here. So this is the plan of China, and that's why they wanted to capture this strategically important Chushul Valley. So they will be getting the height, this height advantage. From here they can prevent Indian army in entering into the roads. So that is the reason why they want to control this region. Of course, we can access Pongongso Lake here through here. There is another road here, but still this road is considered to be strategic here. So that is the reason why they want to take control of this Chushul Valley. So the next thing which we are going to see is Galwan Valley dispute. Till now we were seeing Pongongso Valley and we were seeing the differences between the 5 fingers and the 8 fingers. Now let us understand what is the Galwan Valley issue. So this is actually the Shyok River. The Shyok River comes like this and takes a U-turn and goes. Then we are having a right bank tributary of the Shyok River, that is Nubra River, joins Shyok River, and further it goes and meets the Indus River. So Shyok River is a tributary of Indus. Nubra River is one of the right bank tributaries, and Galwan River. So Galwan River is where the present dispute is going on. So this is the route of the Galwan River. Galwan River comes like this and meets the Shyok River here, and this region is called as Galwan Valley. Okay, this is the Galwan River. So Galwan River is the left bank tributary of Shyok. So they can ask questions in map. So the map questions can come from Shyok River or Galwan River. So Galwan is the left bank tributary of Shyok River, and Nubra is the right bank tributary of Shyok River, and Shyok River is in turn right bank tributary of Indus River. So Shyok River is coming like this and it will go like this. Then Nubra is coming here, Galwan is coming here, and it will go like this. From Manasarovar Lake you will be having Indus. So this Shyok River will meet Indus River as right bank tributary here. So this is Indus. So I am just drawing the diagram in a simplified way here for your understanding, because map question can come from this area, from the rivers, because UPSC tend to ask river. Now let us understand the issue between the Galwan Valley here. Now let us go take the satellite image and let us discuss. So this is the satellite image of the Shyok River. This is the Shyok River. It is clearly seen here. So Shyok River is coming here, and this is the Galwan River, which we were discussing, and it meets the Shyok River here, and this is the Galwan Valley. We are having a group of ridges in the north and group of ridges in the south, and you can see glaciers here. These glaciers will melt and they will give the water to the Galwan River. See, from this glaciers only water will come and it will go to Galwan River. From Galwan River it goes to Shyok River. So this is how the Shyok River goes. So this is the structure, and we are having the border dispute here. Earlier, till the 2019, India was patrolling till here. Till the first ridge of the Galwan River, India was patrolling. Not the entire Galwan Valley was under Chinese control. Only 3/4 of the Galwan Valley was under Chinese control, and this small portion here was under Indian control only. But now what happened in May 2019? In May 2019, People's Liberated Army came and occupied this entire Galwan Valley and started to construct the posts here. Since the Chinese was constructing the border posts here, Indian Army went and objected that, and that led to the face-off and all the issues which you were seeing. So again, if you could see, this is again a strategically important region. So this gives the strategic height to China if they are constructing posts here. And another strategic importance of the Galwan Valley is that, so if you could see in the previous map, this is the Aksai Chin region, which is already occupied by China, and we are having the line of actual control here. Line of actual control actually goes like this. So here we are having the Galwan River. So this part was controlled by India and this part was controlled by China. So if you could see, this Galwan Valley is one of the important route to Aksai Chin. If India is controlling the Galwan Valley, they can easily enter the Aksai Chin. So China doesn't want India to control the entry point of Galwan Valley, because if India is controlling it, in future India might enter and in India can get the access to Aksai Chin region. So China wants to prevent the India's access to Aksai Chin region, and that is the reason for the dispute. And another thing, if you can note here, is there is this road called G219. This G219 road was constructed in 1950s. It was constructed way back in 1950s itself. It connects the Xinjiang points. Here you are having Xinjiang province, and here you are having Tibet. So this is called as Xinjiang Tibet Road. This G219. So note down the number G219. This also they can ask in the statement. This G219 road, which connects the Xinjiang with Tibet, is passing through the Aksai Chin region, and according to India's constitution schedule 1, we claim the Aksai Chin region. It is ours. China has constructed the road in the Aksai Chin region. So they constructed this in 1950s itself, and that was the first spark in the border dispute. When they were constructing, Nehru was objecting it, and that was the starting point of the border dispute, which is going till today. G219 is again an important road which is going, which you have to note for the preliminary point of view. So now we understood the three important region of the border dispute. I hope you guys would have got an idea of what is actually happening in the ground. I hope you would have understood why China wants to control the 5 fingers of the 8 finger points of Pongong Tso Lake, and you would have understood the difference between the 5 fingers and 8 fingers. So if you have any doubts, you can post your doubts in the comment section and I will answer your doubts. Thank you.